Hello friends, you're with a Lonesome Gamer, and today I'm going back to Cthulhu Death May Die. So we've played through the first season, we are in the second season, and we've played the first scenario, the first episode there, which was not exactly the greatest, I think, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna get worse. I've heard pretty bad things about the second episode. We'll see. I've never played it until now, so it's going to be a surprise, but maybe not a pleasant one. As I said, it is ranked a little bit on the forums as the worst episode of them all. Let's find out about that. Okay, so the scenario is nameless woods, and got this creature back there, and I have to say I think it looks kind of cool. We'll see. So it says here, rural Missouri. We thought we were going to have an easy camping trip, but nothing is ever easy in the nameless woods. More cultists, more rituals at their campsites. We don't know what these sites are or how to defuse the situation, so we're going to burn it all down instead. Saves time. So we can see here, we got the map, so we got these kind of, this is the starting space here. It's kind of a neat, crazy looking space. You see that? It's kind of a, I don't know, a campfire with a, I'm not sure what it looks like, a night gaunt maybe or so, really crazy. And so that's the starting area, and we can move here. This is a double space, there's a gate over here, and then we have back here a campsite, and there's no connection here, but you can go like this, and then down here we have a campsite. Over here we have a campsite inside a building, which I find a little odd. Second gate here, and this is a little bit far away. We've got to go through here. There's a second gate here, and then there is another campsite back there. Okay, also inside a building. To disrupt the ritual, destroy all 4 campsites by placing fire on them. Got lots of fire markers in this scenario. When a campsite has 2 or more fire tokens, it is destroyed. Flip the campsite token. And when the Elder One advances, summon 1 cultist in each undestroyed campsite. So we got 2 special actions. Light fire. You have to be in a safe space to do that. In a safe space, make a roll. On 2 or more successes, place 1 fire token in your space. Or extinguish fire. Make a roll, remove 1 fire token from your space for each success. And I gotta still set up the enemies. I haven't done that yet. So you can see here, there's a couple of cultists here. They kind of protect this camp over there. Got a cultist here and a night gaunt protecting this camp, and then over here on the way to the other camp we got also a cultist, and this is a flying polyp. Our enemy, the great old one, is Hastur once again, and his disciples will come into play later. Our heroes are, we got here Sister Beth, and their lack of faith should disturb them. So she's got the high-strung special ability. When making any roll, you may count 1 tentacle as 1 success. It still also counts as a tentacle. And yeah, you can of course improve that. Later you can count multiple tentacles as successes, and well, Then here, brawling, she starts with a green die when attacking a target in her space, and then she has later the option to distribute the hits between multiple targets. That's kind of cool. And yeah, other stuff. Toughness, 1 free reroll when attacked or rolling for fire. That might really come in handy in this scenario there. I can see that some fire will come into place there. And we can improve that, so at some point we can basically ignore damage, and at least a certain amount of damage, and also the loss of sanity. So interesting options. I don't like the high strung so much, but I really like brawling and toughness. Oh, and she has a short-term memory loss. If you're at full stress, heal all of your stress and discard 1 discovery card of your choice. If you are not at full stress, take 1 stress. And then here we have Adila. That is her. And now that's an interesting combination. Magic and religion are the same. You cannot do one without the other. Yeah, so she fights together with the nun against the forces of evil. She uses her voodoo. Name an investigator as your focus at the beginning of the game. Whenever one of you rests, the other heals 1 wound or stress. So obviously there's the connection between them too. And later, and that's very strong, the second one here, if one person is healing or resting, then the other can basically do the same. So this is really very strong. And then she also has brawling and the arcane mastery, which gives a success at the start. 1 success may be counted for this elder sign symbol, and later on you can improve that. Okay, I think I want to... Oh, by the way, she's got the psychotic outbreaks. Move to the nearest space with at least 1 figure. If your space has other figures, do not move. Then deal 2 wounds to all other figures in your space. So that can be kind of powerful, but if one of your buddies is nearby, it can be a problem. So we start with Sister Beth, and what I want to do is, going to take a little bit of a risk right away. I'm going to move here, to the Night Gaunt's space. I'm going to take this guy with me, and I'm going to attack the Night Gaunt. So this guy is a bit tough. If the Night Gaunt survives an attack, deal 1 wound to the attacker and move the Night Gaunt to the starting space. So that would be bad, because then Adila also has to deal with this guy. But I'm optimistic that I can kill this guy, because first of all I got a lot of rerolls, I got 1 extra die for the brawling, and I can use a tentacle as a success too. So I hope she'll be able to do that. I'm pretty optimistic here. And that is a fantastic start. We did 3 damage and we killed the Night Gaunt. Absolutely amazing start. And now she will also try to kill the cultist. Oh god, that wasn't good. I want to re-roll a few of these here. Okay, that's better. And you know, I'm thinking about re-rolling this last one too. I don't want to get too many. Okay, that's good. I only lose 1 sanity. And we managed to kill this guy. And that's it. So I'm gonna draw a Mythos card. Oh my goodness. The king in yellow, choose 1. Each investigator rolls 1 die for each yellow sign token they have. They take 1 wound for each success and lose 1 sanity for each tentacle rolled. Yeah, we're going to do that. No consequences here. Otherwise, we had to move the king in yellow. Obviously, we want to avoid that. And then I'm allowed to draw a discovery card. Something in the tree. That tree looks hungry. You may take 1 wound to claim the Molotov cocktail. If you do not, claim the haunted condition. So that would be take 1 stress when you claim this condition, becoming haunted. If you would have 2 haunted condition, discard both, take 1 wound and lose 3 sanity. Oh, okay. I can get rid of these conditions with my short-term memory loss. That's an interesting option here. And we got the Molotov cocktail here. Discard this card to put a fire token in your space or in an adjacent space. Each figure in that space, including you, takes wounds equal to the number of fire tokens in that space. Well, that is actually kind of nice. Yeah, why not? I'm going to take a wound and yeah, claim the Molotov cocktail. So I guess Adila simply moves maybe into this area here. So 1, 2, 3. So for now she can only move here, obviously. And then I will simply attack the cultist. I also have the brawling. Oh, good lord. Again, a pretty wild roll here. I don't want to take all that sanity loss, so I'm going to reroll 1. I'm going to do that again. Ah, good lord. Let's see. Okay. And you know what? I'm going to spend the last one, try to get rid of this one too. Okay. So I also lose only 1 sanity, and I'm going to rest and heal all my stress, and that allows her also to heal her stress, or a wound I could have chosen here. And of course this guy goes away. Yeah, I really want to be careful with losing sanity. I made an interesting experience. So basically, now every month I meet with 2 friends and we play a scenario of this one. And it's a big difference if you play with 3 players compared to the 2 players I played until now. So I had no experience with more than 2 players, and then we started playing 3-player, and it was so different because, you know, getting insane is much, much harder. This is really something you constantly have to fight when you play a 2-player game. But with 3 players, actually, you can take a couple of these tentacles because you want to get more powerful, and you're not getting really into trouble if you're playing reasonable, I would say. I mean, at some point maybe, but there's really a huge difference. So Adila also draws a Mythos card. Towering Inferno. Each investigator and enemy in a space with fire takes 1 wound. Okay, so nothing happens until now. And then we're going to also draw a discovery card. Chainsaw. Now that always is my favorite card. Good for big things, bad for small things. You may take 2 stress to claim the chainsaw. Gain 2 dice against monsters, but -1 die against cultists. That's interesting. I mean, Yeah, I'm going to take that. There's no question here. So I think we had a solid first turn. No new enemies showed up. Only one of these cards with the symbol here. So I'm actually quite happy. We continue with Sister Beth, and she's now here on that large space. And I think, oh, you know what? Oh, I think I fucked that up. Yeah, I messed up. I thought that would be one space, but that's not the case, right? It's actually two spaces. Ah, look at that. Okay, so that means, there is water in between. I thought that would be connected, but that seems not to be the case, and that makes actually much more sense. Yeah. Okay, so that means I gotta go back 1, 2, 3, and now I have to try to destroy the campsite, light fire. Okay, I could use my Molotov cocktail, but I think I want to keep it for now. So I need 2 or more successes. That's not... good. Damn. That's not so easy. But okay, I can use an insanity marker also as a success, so it might work out. Okay, so yeah, that's definitely good. Do I spend another one of these? You know, I think I will. I'm going to reroll. No, I'm not. I'm going to take the 2 sanity loss. Yeah, I will take them. And that allows me to place a fire marker here. And I'm going to try again. Okay, that wasn't good. But luckily now I got a few rerolls left. But I don't really want to spend all of them, because then... I might not get the chance to get an item. And spending 1 doesn't really help. Except I roll this one. But, you know, I don't really try. I think I'm not going to try that. I'm going to accept it. It's okay. I mean, we kind of messed up this one try here. But okay. So, let's draw a card. And a Hasto Disciple. Okay, each Hasto Disciple moves 1 space towards you, and then summon a Hasto Disciple on the blue gate right next to me. Not the best news. But we can draw a new discovery card. And the tree stump. Small package next to a cut down tree. You may take 2 stress to claim the fireproof pants. When leaving a space with fire tokens, you catch 1 less fire. That's kind of cool. I like that. Or I get haunted. No way. I'm going to take 2 stress. And I'm going to take the fireproof pants. Okay, Adila simply moves down here. And will also try to light fire. So let's see. That is good because she's got the arcane mastery. So that is the first fire token. And as a second action, that wasn't good. Same thing. Do I want to spend stress. And no, I prefer to take an item. I want to be able to spend stress to get an item. I don't see that we are in a massive hurry right now, so I guess I'm okay here. I'm going to draw a card. Okay, that's not that great. That means Hastur will advance on the track. The nearest Hastur disciple moves 2 spaces towards you. So this is this guy. He moves here. And then we got to summon another one on the red space up there. Okay. And then I am allowed to draw an item. Ring the bell. The bell would certainly attract the attention of the cultists, but who knows what else. You may move each cultist in campsites up to 2 spaces. If you do, claim the haunted condition. If you do not, take 2 stress. Take 3 stress. I'm going to take the stress. Who cares? I don't want the haunted condition. Yeah, no, I'm okay with that. I don't really see... no cultist is in a campsite anyway, so that would have no effect that could help me. Okay, so now Hastur advances, and that means she gets a yellow sign token. Summon a Hastur disciple at the nearest gate and 1 cultist at each of the other gates. So, 1, 2... Yeah, we got a Hastur disciple here, a cultist, and another cultist up here. And then it says, when the Elder One advances, summon 1 cultist in each undestroyed campsite. Yeah, okay, that kind of sucks. So, okay. Well, okay, we got a lot of creatures now on the board. A lot of cultists and disciples. So, back to Sister Beth. She is facing now here the cultist. But with her brawling and her high-strung, that guy should not be a big problem. And fantastic roll here. There's definitely history. And I'm thinking about, just let me check this again. Yeah, I don't want to be completely stressed if I reach this space. So I'm actually thinking about healing myself. So we go back here. That allows you to also heal 1 stress. And then as a last action, I'm gonna try to light the fire here. Oh. Okay, that was already good. Okay, fine. So we were successful, and I'm gonna take that sanity loss, or yeah, and so this goes up. That means, first of all, I'm allowed to place a marker here, and I think, yeah, 2 or more fire tokens, it is destroyed. So now I'm allowed to flip the token. Okay, cool. And now I lose 1 stress because I'm not at full stress, so this goes simply down. There's no other effect from my short-term memory loss. Now I can choose 1 here, and I'm not sure if I take the brawling or the toughness. I mean, considering the fact that we have a lot of low health creatures here on the board, maybe actually the brawling is more reasonable. So I'm going to push this up. When you attack, you may target any number of figures in your space. Split the wounds as you like. And this is then the end of my actions. And we're going to draw a new card, and it's a spontaneous combustion. Place 1 fire token in your space. So that is a little bit tricky now. We got 3 fire tokens here. But we are allowed to draw a discovery card. Really cool. Ooh, a hidden cache. Something hidden here? You may claim the Bowie knife or take 2 stress to claim the handgun. Okay, so the Bowie knife gain 2 green dice when attacking if there's only 1 enemy in the space. Or the handgun, gain a green die when attacking. I'm with the handgun. I got my brawling, so it kind of makes sense to have multiple enemies in my space. I'm going to take the handgun. That seems pretty awesome. But I have to spend 2 stress to do this. But I can. Cool. Really good. So Ardila is in a similar position. We got to kill the cultist first. I got a -1 against cultist because of the chainsaw, but I got a brawling, which is nice. So I think it should be good enough. And that was a success. I'm going to take a sanity loss. I killed the guy, and I will heal. Yeah, I want to heal. Bring this back, bring this up, and then I will try to place a second fire marker here. Okay, so that was 1 success here. I'm going to re-roll this. Ah, fuck. Well, I'm going to try again. Okay, now that would be a second success. Yeah, I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that. So that means we place 2 fire markers here, which destroys the campsite. But I get also 2 sanity loss, which leads to a psychotic outbreak. Move to the nearest space with at least 1 figure, then deal 2 wounds to all other figures in your space. That is pretty cool. These 2 spaces have the same distance. So I can move here and kill these 2 cultists. That is insane. That's really great. However, I'm pretty sure that I take 2 fire markers for leaving the fire space. And I guess that's that. And then I got to draw a Mythos card. Towering Inferno. Each investigator and enemy in a space with fire tokens takes 1 wound. So that will affect her. Yeah, she takes a wound. And that's it. And then our dealer is allowed to draw a discovery card. Hanging from a tree. A small glass bottle hanging from a tree. You may take 1 stress to claim the Molotov cocktail. So that's another one. Yeah, okay. Discard this card to put a fire token in your space or in an adjacent space. Each figure in that space, including you, takes wounds equal to the number of fire tokens in that space. I'm going to do it. It's just a single stress. That's not too bad. And it might be useful. Okay, and now we simply got to roll 2 dice for the fire tokens. So I lose, I take a wound. Now I could re-roll that. You know, I'm going to do that. I'm going to re-roll this one. Okay, so that's a wound, but at least I don't lose more sanity. So I think overall I'm actually doing pretty good. The psychotic outbreak was quite helpful, and now it seems we have to deal with these guys here. I mean, that's a little dangerous. The 3 fire markers here, I don't really like that. We can remove these 2. Yeah, I'm thinking about healing. Yeah, take a risk with a fire marker maybe. Yeah, I will do that. I'm going to heal. So like this and like that. 2 wounds and 1 stress. Then I'm going to move here with this guy. And I'm going to take 3 fire tokens. No, that's not quite true. I got my fireproof pants. So that means I have 1 less. And last, I want to attack this guy. So, got my handgun. That gives me an additional 1. Nice. Okay, that is not good enough actually. I don't have the arcane mastery, so I'm gonna do a reroll here. And okay, this time it was. So we managed to kill the cultist. Take another sanity loss though, but okay. So, got to draw a Mythos card. Rapturous Frenzy. Each cultist moves 1 space towards you. And got to summon a cultist on the red gate. So that means this guy moves here. And this guy here, here, and here. And a new cultist shows up here, which means we are again allowed to draw a discovery card. Pyromaniac. I like burning things. So pretty how it is alive but not alive, I like it. You must claim the pyromaniac unless you take 2 stress. At the end of each of your turns, put a fire token in your space and catch 1 fire. No thank you. That sounds crazy. I take the 2 stress and get rid of this lunatic. But still, I have to roll 2 dice against the fire. But I got my toughness, which gives me 1 free reroll. Okay, nice. We can reroll this one. Okay, take 1 wound. But alright. There we go. Back to Adila. She attacks the cultist. -1 black die, but the green die for the brawling. Wow, that wasn't great. I cannot reroll, so because I'm fully stressed, so that means I simply have to try again. Okay, this time it was good enough. Take another sanity loss. The cultist is dead. And oh, wait a second, I actually forgot. I will go here. This is really strong. So if I heal or the other one, then the other one can also heal, basically. That's really good. And not just one, but the full amount. And this is exactly what I'm planning to do right now. I will heal 3 stress, and that allows her also to heal 3 stress. That's fantastic. The Voodoo is so strong, especially the second space. If you go further, it's not that strong, I think. When you focus would take a wound, you may take that wound instead and heal 1 stress. When your focus would die, you may take 2 wounds to keep them alive with 1 health. I mean, that's kind of alright, I guess, but this is basically a free rest action for the other person, which is really, really strong. And you can also rest people that are in unsafe spaces that way. So that, yeah, just amazing. Okay, so we draw another Mythos card. Not good. A flying polyp. So first of all, has to will advance, which means she takes her second yellow sign. Move each flying polyp 2 spaces towards you. Okay, so we got the guy here. He moves 1, 2. And then remove 1 fire token from the spaces they enter. That is not happening. And then we got to summon a flying polyp on the red gate. Wow, pretty crowded all over here. Eventually we got to go in this direction. Okay. I'm allowed to draw another discovery card though. A symbol of love. 2 sets of initials carved into a tree. You may take 2 stress to claim the hidden dagger. After resolving your last action each turn, you may kill 1 cultist in your space. That's kind of cool, I think. That's really nice. And the haunted condition, I'm not going to take that. So I'm going to take the 2 stress. And yeah, it's kind of cool. I got a lot of equipment. That worked out pretty well. And she also has already... So we're doing good when it comes to the items, I guess. So Hastur advances again. This goes up. Gotta spawn the last disciple at the nearest gate, which is this one again. Gotta spawn 2 guys, 2 cultists on the other gate, and then a cultist in each undestroyed campsite. So now it's only 2, 1 here and another one up here. I mean, this is a real crowd up there. Eventually we got to somehow fight through there. Hey. Okay, I realized I messed up. The dagger actually goes to Adila, not to Sister Beth. And she has to spend the stress. And then she gets also a yellow sign. I forgot about that. Okay, so it's Sister Beth. You know, I'm actually thinking about taking a bit of a risk here. Nah, I don't know. It's probably too crazy. I thought about moving in here, attacking the 3 disciples and the flying polyp, but you know, I think these guys are too tough. The flying polyp has 4 life points, and I think that's the problem here. My brawling allows me to deal multiple damage, and maybe if there would be 4 disciples or so, I could try it. But I think in this way it's too risky. So I'm just going to move here, and do I want to continue moving? Maybe a little bit away from the cultists. I don't know. I also want to move here eventually, so I'm going to stay there, I guess. And yeah, I'm going to do an attack against these guys. Now, because of the brawling, I can choose how to distribute the hits. I got my handgun, so I got 5 dice. And for now, I'm gonna, yeah, I mean, my first goal is to kill the flying polyp. When attacking, add 2 tentacles to the roll if the investigator has a condition. So if we would be haunted or something, that would be really bad news, but luckily that's not the case. Holy crap. That is awful. Okay, I want to re-roll at least one of these dice. And you know what? I'm going to even re-roll that one because I think I got a better odds here to do hits because of the high strung. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to take that damage, the sanity loss, and I'm going to kill this guy. And yeah, so now I got one more action, and now I really want to kill the flying polyp. Ah, that was good. Yeah, that's great. So this is 4 damage. That's actually good enough to kill the guy, although I take another sanity loss. So this is a bit dangerous now. But I don't want to roll because I want to keep my 2 stress here. Okay. Yeah. So let's draw a Mythos card. The summoning. Move each enemy 1 space toward you. Fuck. Yeah, that is not good. So that was kind of what I was afraid of. Maybe I should have moved a little bit away from these guys. So that means I'm going to take some bad attacks here. I hope that's not too much of a problem, but it definitely could be. Okay. These guys move all here. Holy shit. Okay. And then we got to summon a night gaunt. I think that was here on yellow. And we got to summon a flying polyp. Also on yellow. Wow. So this is rough. Oh man, lots of creatures now here. And not a good card for me at all. So we get attacked now by the Hasto disciples. If this deals you any wounds, choose 1. Take a yellow sign or summon a cultist in your space, but it doesn't attack. Okay. So each of these guys has 3 green dice. I only have 4 wounds or 3 wounds left to take. I have my toughness, which gives me a free reroll. Okay, So we can reroll this one. That was nothing here. Okay, that's a good start. And the other one, okay, awesome. No damage. That was at least good. But yeah, of course, not allowed to draw a discovery card here. Adila. Okay, so gotta kill the cultist. Yeah. So let's do that. That's good enough. I'm gonna take the sanity loss, and yeah, we got 2 damage here. So I guess that's okay. And oh fuck! I couldn't do that. I have 1 less die. Let's roll that again. So put that back. Yeah. Okay, that's even better. And oh, look at that. I got that hidden dagger that allows me to kill a cultist after my last action. But I don't know, that's a bit of a tricky one. I'm gonna move in here and then I'm gonna rest. And I wanna I wanna light this thing next turn. But I think resting is important. I'm gonna heal, and that means she also can heal, which is really, really strong. And then I'm gonna draw a Mythos card. Naming the nameless. Each investigator rolls 1 die for each yellow sign token they have. They take 1 wound for each success and lose 1 sanity for each tentacle rolled. And then on the yellow one, we have to summon a cultist. Okay, so I have 2 yellow signs and Sister Beth has none of them. So I'm gonna roll. Okay, so that is a wound. And no, wait a minute. You know what? I'm gonna reroll this one. That's better. Cool. Well, that was actually really good. And this is it. So I'm allowed to draw a card. Help from the spirits. Perhaps they don't like being on fire. You may take 2 stress to claim the bucket of water, or if you don't, the haunted condition. Discard this card to remove all fire tokens from you and from your space. Well, yeah, not that awesome, but I think it might be useful if things get really out of control. Okay. So I guess, I guess it's time to load this up. I'm not sure. Things are moving fast. It's possible that Cthulhu will proceed on the track, or not Cthulhu, Hastur, next turn again. So that's the bad news. We already kind of destroyed 2 of the campsites. This one we're near, but it's a long way to get to this one. We gotta fight like crazy to get to this one. That's a bit of an issue. There's a lot of guys here. There's a lot of guys here. So, yeah, I'm not sure. The brawling will definitely help. So, we'll see. Yeah, I hope to see you on the next video. Bye.